welcome to This Very Moment Collective. You are right on time whenever you are watching this. This reading is timeless. So we'll be tapping into our spirit guides, our angels, the universe, and we shall see what spirit has for us in this very moment. My Etsy shop is in the description if you would like your own private tarot reading, custom spell work, manifestation candles, all that is over there. And we're going to tap into this message today. So right away, I'm getting a very powerful energy. And we got Sekhmet, one of my favorite Egyptian deities. I love Sekhmet. I love everything about her. I love everything about her story. I'm not going to rant about her, but I want to every time she comes up in a reading because she's just so freaking cool. And yeah, we got the Six of Wands, exactly her energy. I was feeling such a strong energy of a level up, but interestingly enough, all of this raw energy and power was created through a portal of heartbreak. It was so freaking vivid the way that I was seeing it as I was shuffling the cards, getting things together. Spirit showed it to me like a tear in the universe. So you look into the universe and it's like purple and you see all the flickers of the stars and distant galaxies and things like that. And Spirit was showing me a clear rip straight up and down and opened up in the middle, and it's just pure, like just pure black. And not in a spooky kind of way, but in a portal kind of way. I'm seeing that someone opened up a portal with a heartbreak, with a sadness, with a crying session, with a situation. For some of you, that seemingly was the straw that broke the camel's back, but you have some way, somehow quantum leaped through that heartbreak. It's like a heartbreak. Yeah, we got the Lover's card showing up. Something in relation to a strong, powerful, divinely guided love, someone you were supposed to meet. And here's the thing, right? We all have free will. You can lead the horse to water. You can't make them drink. So not too much on Spirit. Spirit don't want these folks to be acting how they be acting either. Spirit be looking at them like, it is really the ghetto on that planet. Because why did I spend my time putting these two folks together for this person to act up? So Spirit is side-eyeing as well. Best believe. But you know, the Lover's card does always depict like an angel or spirit, a higher level being above the couple, just like depicted on this card, because it is something that is orchestrated by destiny, by fate to some capacity. You know, this is someone who you could have had a really profound connection with. I'm also seeing family, Spirit is showing me, and kind of in a like, I guess soul contracty kind of way, where it's like you also come into this incarnation with other souls, that this one may be your friend, this one may be your father, this one may be your mom, this one may be your sister, with important people who will be very connected to you. And Spirit was showing me this isn't all romantic for everyone. This could be a heartbreak of the life you had to live previously. This could be a heartbreak finally being in a safe space and being able to look at your inner child and everything that you experienced with 100% truth at this point, and that caused a heartbreak. It could be a separation or estrangement from family as well. So Spirit is showing me this in many kind of ways. But for some of you, you're actually quite far removed from what happened. But this is something that happened in the past. So something that we don't really talk about is like the weird like replay moment that happens when you're finally safe. So say you grew up with financial instability. Once you finally get your own job, your own place, because you're safe, you can finally really address your situation for what it was. Whereas when you're in that situation, you can't really address it for what it is, because it's going to destroy you to admit your situation could be so bad or things could be so unfair. It would make anyone crazy. And when you got to get up, go to work, go to school, try to make something of yourself, you do not have the luxury of addressing all that trauma. Just saw 444. So now that you're in a safe space, even though some of these things have happened 10, 12, 15, some of you even longer, 20 years ago, you're finally able to really see it and admit how messed up it is because you are removed and because you are safe. But we don't talk about even when you have like the most safety and finally get to that secure place in life, how you can still really, really be affected by things that have happened in the past. Okay, let's get into the cards. I have so much to say. We have Sekhmet, we have Fatima. Sekhmet, the red lady, it says, I am pure strength. I honor my anger by giving voice to it. Some of you are being called, oh, I just heard air that out, not air them out. See, my guides, they're a little ratchet because they know me. They're like, she ain't gonna listen unless we make it, we gotta make it entertaining for her. So go ahead and use her slang so she can get this message. It's just so funny to me. Air them out. Some of you are being called to speak on it, to air them out directly to them, or online sharing your story. Air them out is what I'm hearing. They need to know how they have affected you. Tell them exactly what they did and be honest about it, because putting on those kitty gloves and playing nice with people, they start to genuinely forget what they've done, or they don't see it because it's never actually addressed. And other people need to know, like, especially if you're dealing with a romantic, oh my goodness, I just saw something the other day. I'm like, every city got a crazy story. Like, we got the Atlanta this over here. We got the, like, oh my goodness, every city has like someone just running rampant, proposing at Tyler the Creator concerts to the, like, not even the vibe, romantic songs. Like, what are you even doing? What? And it's just like every day it's some BS. So, others do deserve to be saved from that. Listen, I'm here and air them out. She said, I honor my anger by giving voice to it. Let it inspire your content. Let it inspire everything about you. It was something that you went through. You lived with that. You experienced it. So you have the right to speak on it regardless of who it was going to embarrass. Where was that embarrassment when they were doing it? Exactly. So I'm not going to have no embarrassment now when I'm talking about it, because I'm the person who actually had to live through it. So I don't want to hear from the perspective of the person who did it and what they want and what they don't want and what makes them comfortable and what makes them uncomfortable. I was uncomfortable and I had to go through it. You know what? I'm here and take them to hell. Like, you go low, go lower. I'm like, listen, are you sure, Spirit? Because I don't want to give them all this ammo if they really about to go in. But absolutely, that is what I'm hearing. Fatima, it says, the mother of imams. It says, love is my lineage and gratitude is my religion. Now, when I was pulling these cards, I was actually getting more of a message because I did want to tap into the other polarity, the other person, and see how that person was feeling about this heartbreak or what they did to you. And the original message that I got is that this person was super shocked and almost moved in a way where it's like, you gotta respect it. Like, they've gained respect for you by the fact that you still have gratitude and you can still manifest. People are seeing you as lucky. This person is seeing you as lucky and almost feeling like it's unfair. That could have been something that they tried to take from you during your relationship, your luck. So when things would come to you, they may have taken over it and felt like they had to some way, somehow control it. So say you guys walk into a dessert shop and you get a free voucher, like, you're the 100th customer, here's your free voucher. This person may have felt entitled to take that voucher from you and somehow take credit for it and decide which dessert you get. And it's like, this is my luck, this is my blessing. She put the voucher in my hand. Why are you taking over it? Or someone, when they were younger, your parents could have taken credit for all that academic success you had, but nobody knew that you were getting maybe intimidated and at the home to get, achieve those things. No one stayed up late nights, not even your parents, to check on you, bring you a snack and support you with all of this that was on your shoulders. Yet when it comes to the graduation, they're the loudest person to say, my child is a doctor, my child this and that, and try to control what school you go to in the next leg of your journey. And it's just like, enough is enough. I'm feeling fired up. I'm feeling divine rage. It's crazy because I kind of sat down today and I'm like, I'm being called to the table. I don't know what's going to come through. But I was a little bit low energy. I feel like I just had a shot of espresso. Like your energy is on fire right now, collective. Like I feel like awake. Okay, so this is what I got from them. I couldn't let you get close to me. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you, and finding out the truth crushed me. This person may have found out something about you that kind of caused them to go into, yeah, the way Spirit is showing it to me is kind of like a program. So like your computer, for an example, it has a program in it that will shut down once it hits a certain temperature so that it doesn't damage the hardware inside of the computer. That's how Spirit is showing it to me, that someone may have had a program within them, something in them subconsciously shut down towards you due to something they found out. Ooh, that's really weird. I just heard bye. So this person may have heard that you're interested in all people, or you're interested in both masculine and feminine energy, and that could have been the thing that made them feel insecure, like I don't know if I can handle that, or whatever the situation was. That's what I just heard. That's a specific message for like a few of you or one of you. It could also be your past. They found out something about your past, and this person feels very, I let other people make my decisions for me. So anything that is different or causes any embarrassment, at a certain point, they try to control it and minimize it, making you feel smaller, like you couldn't be your full self. And at a certain point, it's almost like they started to just get angry. It's so weird. Like they really like you and your energy. They have things about you that they respect, they admire, that they want to have, whether it's your destiny, whether it's the lucky blessings you get, whether it's your accomplishments, your house, your car, whatever it is about you. You could even just be your looks, your energy, how other people respond to you, you know? The fact that you have a friend group, the ability to make friends, that you're charming, charismatic, it could be the smallest thing. Like, oh my goodness, I've seen people get jealous of other people literally because they tried a style and it looked really good on them and they hadn't tried that style first. And it's like, bruh, that's called an idea. They had an idea and they seen it through. It quite literally doesn't have anything to do with you, and yet you're jealous. So it could be like anything that kind of turned them. But this person decided, nope, can't let you get close to me. But at the same time, they have a lot of admiration and respect. And dare I even say, like, they say love, there's a thin line between love and hate. It's like deep admiration. Isn't that love, basically? There's a lot of love there, especially with that Lovers card that came out. That almost guarantees it. So it's like, on one end, there's that, but also there's this bitterness. And I feel like it really broke you, maybe for some of you, because you've been through this before and you're tired of this repeating. Maybe for some of you, it came as a surprise. We got the Six of Wands, Two of Swords, and the Lovers. With the Two of Swords can come a lot of surprises and unexpected things unfolding. Also, Two of Swords can be a card of having the rug pulled from underneath you, like a sudden revelation of some information that can really kind of cut deep. Even so, with all of this being said, they're the one that has been throwing you off, not gonna lie. They've been throwing you off energetically and kind of like putting a cap on your freedom, putting a cap on your creativity, on your life force, on whatever it is you want to do. Just, kind of, some of you siphoning, taking your energy a bit, but definitely diminishing it, like depleting you of it. And this person is kind of still in their head and really lost and feeling a lot of discontent. And some of you, I see that you are as well, mainly in the form of anger, but exactly, it's like Eight of Coins, Knight of Swords. I see you channeling all of that discontent towards making more money or a new accomplishment, something else that you want to achieve. Whereas maybe they haven't learned the tools to work through this, so they don't really have an outlet. So they're just sitting with this for life. Like, hopefully they don't sit with it for life, but ironically, this person is destroyed, you know, about this just the same, where it's like they may have been the one that wasn't willing to put in any effort. They may have been the one that was resisting hardcore, creating problems, you know, creating discomfort, wouldn't do anything about it. And I feel like for a lot of them, not to excuse them of whatever they did, people know what they're doing, especially when it's a one-time thing. But when it's a repeated pattern, a lot of times it is that they're just lost in the sauce and they're just going off of emotion. There's no conscious thought going on there either. I can see that this person does not have the tools to work through what they're feeling. So when they were with you, to a degree, it was unconscious, but still had the same effect at the end of the day. They got to take responsibility for that. And you know, they're kind of living in the actions of their own consequences. For you, you are in a portal, collective. You can manifest anything at this time. Be as delulu as you want and don't play it small. And also really take some time to sit with yourself and think like, okay, what do I want? What would be the coldest manifestation? Do not base it on anyone else's idea of a perfect reality. Base it on your truest essence. And you can even keep it open-ended. That's what I like to do. Like, spirit, surprise me. Show me all the ways that I am unaware that life can get even better. Bring me the new things that will excite me beyond the things that already excite me now. Show me, and it doesn't matter what you're into, even if you're just into like, I want all material items. Say, Spirit, reveal to me that brand that I'm going to fall in love with, my next brand to get obsessed with, like whatever it is for you. I am an advocate for people being true to themselves. Not everything has to be so deep and spiritual. If you're like surface level, be surface level. And just be honest about that and ask spirit, like, how could I be surface level but still even more satisfied and even more in love? You know, some of us go through so much that it's like after a certain point you really can't be so deep for a long time because it's too much. Like we were talking about in the beginning of the reading, it's like when you finally get to a place of safety, you go through everything almost again. Sometimes you got to put a halt. Every time I do that, I think, wait, they don't. Sometimes you got to put a halt on that, and you got to say, all right, you know what? I'm gonna have my fun era, my exploration era. I'm not gonna think or worry about this for a bit because it gets a bit much. So whatever you want, exactly, Hierophant, tapping into your highest self, tapping into your truth self. We got the Page of Swords here as well. So Spirit is definitely calling you to some new things. Page of Swords is typically new content. Swords rules like action and communication. We got the Knight of Swords that came up for you, and then we got the Page of Swords. So more newer, undeveloped energies. I see traveling to places that you have never been. I see trying foods that you've never tried. I see exploring foreign cultures, even getting into some new habits. Yeah, not habits, but new hobbies. And Spirit was showing me history specifically. So someone may be really getting into history and architecture and ancient civilizations and cultures, or, you know, going to travel and see some of the, you know, wonders of the world that are still around. Like, I'm seeing that, but a lot of new strong Jupiter energy of exploration, expansion, blessings, abundance, wealth, new friends, new people, a new home base, new opportunities, like all new. Let's see. Spirit, where else are you calling collective? What is going on for collective? Exactly. Listen, out with the old, in with the new. I've been getting this energy for a few weeks now. As a collective message, we have the end. It says the end of a cycle approaches. Let go and begin again. So I do see, even if it's temporary and you allow this person to, because honestly, to be with them, they got to work through that stuff. So if you allow them to go through that transformation, I wouldn't doubt that this person may have better or more that they could give you genuinely in the future, because it's like night and day when someone is, you know, underdeveloped and then they have some development. It's like night and day. I think about myself 5 years ago, 10 years ago. That's a completely different girl. That's a completely different girl. So same thing with them. If you do still have a soft spot in your heart, or you do still have a desire to explore the connection and the possibilities with this person, I feel like that'll be possible a bit down the line. Let it go, let it end now. That actually is best case scenario for you, because you won't be dealing with like all of this crap. They'll have worked through that. So it's better for you to have the more evolved version of them anyway, so you don't have to kind of be a workhorse trying to you know, work through it with them. We got help. I love it. It says you will receive help when you need it the most. It will come at just the right time. So I see Spirit saying, if there is something that is holding you to your situation, yeah, I just heard lease. So it could be a lease. You could be really called to move, but you have a lease somewhere that's not over, and to break it, maybe hundreds of bucks. Or it could be like living with someone, or it could be a car payment that is leased, like something like that. Paying back debt that is kind of keeping you from being able to really make those moves. I see Spirit bringing in some help. And those are all just the financial ways, you know, there's help coming in whatever way you need it. So if you're needing help on another area, Spirit is saying in the nick of time, I'm going to be helping you. Also, this is a good time to petition an angel to work with you if you need help specifically. I would recommend angels or saints. If you need like help with a solution, if you're looking for like more blessings and abundance, then we kind of get into deities. But I would look up some angels, look them up and see like, okay, what are associated with housing help? What are associated with healing? What is associated with mental or physical or spiritual? You know, what saint is associated with matters of the heart? Whatever you're really feeling like you need help with specifically, I would petition a saint or an angel to help you with that at this time. And then we have connection. It says a new connection is coming into your life, platonic or romantic. So I'm seeing Spirit mend your heart with new connections coming in. And these people are useful to you, and it's friends and it's romance. What else can you say? We have one last move. Ooh, what's that about? And enjoy the journey. That's the first time I've gotten this side up from this deck. It says, you have come so far on your journey. Keep going and you will soon see what you have accomplished. One last move. I'm telling you, that is significant. I felt that in my chest. One last move. So Spirit is saying one last move. I think you know what that is. Collective. Obviously everyone's situation is different. So your last, yeah, Spirit is showing me like the queen, checkmate, one last move and you win the game type thing. Oh, that just gave me a chill. Y'all have to update me and let me know how things change. What's that checkmate move? Share your story. And some of you are being called to share your story online. So you can put it online and then send me the link so I can get the tea. Okay, I'll be one of your first viewers. Enjoy the journey. It says embrace each moment fully, staying open to new experiences and lessons along the way. So Spirit is saying a new portal, a new path is opening for you. That heartbreak opened up a portal, and right now you are playing with pure cosmic energy that you can manifest with, that you can heal with, that you can really do whatever you want with, but it's cleansing you, it's helping you, it already knows what to do. Help is on the way, and I see some new connections coming in for you as well. That's what I got for us today, collective. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you would like your own private tarot reading, custom spell work, all that stuff is over there. And that's what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon.